Reggie, so far you've got an opportunity to get in a couple of games. How would you assess the experience so far here with the Marlies?
The experience has been great so far. Obviously the first period, jumping in the first game like that, it was a little off. But other than that, every period I grew, and hopefully I can take it into every game from now on.
Getting onto the Bell Center ice, that had to be kind of a overwhelming moment, I would imagine.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was my first experience ever playing pro hockey with that many people in the stands. And, it was an awesome experience. Lots of people, a big crowd, and we got the big win, which put us forward throughout the season.
Why was it important for you to come to the Marlies and try to develop your game?
I got the opportunity to come here, and I knew what their circumstance was with 10 defensemen, and I just came here to practice and do the best I can, and do everything I can to get in the lineup, and I got my chance, and hopefully I can just keep doing what I'm doing.
What do you hope? You come out of UPEI, not a lot of people picking up the CIS experience and the competitiveness of that level of hockey. How would you compare it? I know this one obviously is better, but how would you compare the speed and everything between the two?
Obviously the speed's a big impact, and US hockey out there especially is probably the best conference, I'd say. There's a couple teams obviously out west that are really good as well, but everyone comes from OHL, WHL, and Quebec League, and everyone kind of pulls together. And they're big boys too, so you're used to the big hits as well and the speed of the game. It's not like major junior; you have 16-year-old players playing against you, so it's obviously a big difference. But at the same time, you got to play the best you can in both leagues, and hopefully get the opportunity that I have here.
What do you see? Consistency, I think, is one of the things. When I look at the CIS or I look at any other league in this league and the next jump as well, do you find that everything just happens not only quicker but on a more consistent level?
Yeah, every player in this league is the best of their capabilities, right? And they do everything they can to play the best they can. So you got to do what you can and just make sure you take your time out there and use your speed especially and play a simple game.
International style too, when you see some of the guys, Victor Love and Petter Gramberg, do you see a little different style difference?
I try to watch them, I'm a defenseman as well, so I try to watch what they do, and they kind of control the pace, which I'm trying to learn right now too, because AUS hockey, everything was kind of more all over, people are jumping on top of you. Here it's more systematical, and people kind of open up into their positions and stuff like that. So I don't know, pretty much just kind of control what you can and just pretty much play simple.
Good opportunity coaching-wise too. You get a guy like Gordon, who's played National Hockey League level, Derek King as well, Ben Simon, all these guys probably in your ear a little bit. What have they been telling you about your game so far?
They tell me every time. They help me out whenever I can. Just keep a simple game, do whatever I can to kind of push the pace a bit up and keep your speed going. And obviously in this team here, they like moving defensemen. So anytime you get the puck, just try to jump into the rush with them.